Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Sparky, and today I'd like to talk about the Hans Niemann and Magnus Carlsen controversy. So, as many of you know, Hans Niemann is most well known for beating Magnus Carlsen and subsequently causing Magnus Carlsen to drop out of a FIDE tournament because he accused Hans Niemann of cheating. Now, apparently, Hans Niemann has now taken to the courts and wants to sue Magnus Carlsen for 100 million, and not just Magnus Carlsen either. I believe that additional defendants include Hikaru Nakamura, who most of you will know from Twitch, and the online platform chess.com. So let's get to the article. Here's the article. Hans Niemann is launching a counterattack in his dispute with chess world champion Magnus Carlsen, filing a federal lawsuit that accuses Carlsen of maliciously colluding with others to defame the 19-year-old grandmaster and ruin his career. It's the latest move in a scandal that has injected unprecedented levels of drama into the world of elite chess since early September, when Carlsen suggested Niemann's upset victory over him at the Thinkfield Cup tournament in St. Louis was the result of cheating. Okay, Niemann wants a federal court in Missouri's Eastern District to award him at least 100 million in damages. Defendants in the lawsuit include Carlsen, his company Play Magnus Group, the online platform chess.com, and its leader Danny Wrench, along with Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura. The lawsuit says that in the aftermath of Niemann's upset win in September, Carlsen has been motivated to preserve his status as the king of chess so he could complete his company's buyout by chess.com, a deal worth tens of millions of dollars. So, Carlsen does have motivation in accusing Niemann of cheating. I think Hans Niemann did admit to cheating on a couple of occasions. The court filing accuses Wrench and Nakamura of using their influence to amplify and bolster Carlsen's claims that Niemann is a cheater. The suit seeking a jury trial was filed on Thursday, one day after Niemann finished the US Chess Championship tournament in a five-way tie for fifth place. And here is the lawsuit itself. I gotta love this beginning. Niemann is a 19-year-old self-taught chess prodigy. He brings this action to recover from the devastating damages that defendants have inflicted upon his reputation, career, and life by egregiously defaming him and unlawfully colluding to blacklist him from the profession to which he has dedicated his life. But man, that intro, whoo! So, chess.com again rejects Niemann's version of events. I don't see why they would agree with it. So Niemann has publicly admitted to using electronic devices to cheat in online matches. And I think that's what I was referring to earlier. He has admitted to it on some occasions, but not all of it. So let's backtrack. Niemann has publicly admitted to using electronic devices to cheat in online matches, but he insists he only did so when he was 12 and 16 years old, so twice. He called one of those instances an absolutely ridiculous mistake, and other than when he was 12, Niemann said he had never cheated in a tournament with prize money. He called it the worst thing I could ever do. So he admitted to cheating, but only in instances that didn't involve money. Niemann, who like other top players, hosts lucrative video accounts on Twitch and other services, also said he hadn't cheated when he was streaming games. But in early October, chess.com issued a report rejecting Niemann's narrative, stating Hans has likely cheated in more than 100 online chess games, including several prize money events. He was already 17 when he likely cheated in some of these matches and games. He was also streaming in 25 of these games. In response to the lawsuit, chess.com published a statement from its attorneys saying that the new allegations have no merit and the company looks forward to setting the record straight on behalf of its team and all honest chess players. Noting that Niemann last month publicly confessed to cheating, the company added, the result of fallout is of his own making. So NPR's requests for comment from other defendants in the lawsuit were not answered before this article was published. I'm wondering if it's because they're probably consulting with their lawyers. You kind of don't want to say the wrong thing, especially in a civil action, because I believe the standard is much lower in a civil proceeding than it is in a criminal one. Niemann says Carlsen couldn't handle losing to him. The lawsuit provides Niemann's fullest account yet about his high-stakes dispute with Carlsen. It describes the Norwegian, who is regarded as one of the best chess players in history, as being notorious for his inability to cope with defeat. I think I've seen Carlsen freak out on a couple of occasions, so I don't really dispute this. Carlsen rattled the chess world in late September when he was once again matched against Niemann in a tournament, but according to Niemann's lawsuit, Carlsen gutlessly forfeited the game after making one move. Carlsen later stated outright that he would refuse to play Niemann because of his past links to cheating. Niemann says that stance amounts to blacklisting him, which is understandable because if Carlsen is a top player, then if he won't play in a tournament, then that tournament is kind of DOA because most tournaments would want Carlsen in there to draw other good players. So Niemann is right in this regard. Like it does blacklist him, and he's unable to enter other tournaments if the other tournaments want a good turnout. There's also the issue of tournaments that are either sponsored by companies affiliated with Carlsen or that want the world champion to appear would be motivated not to extend an invitation to Niemann. Defendants' malicious defamation and unlawful collusion has by design destroyed Niemann's remarkable career in its prime and ruined his life, the lawsuit states. In Niemann's view, his victory over Carlsen should have propelled Niemann's career to the next level and allowed him to continue realizing his enormous potential as the next great American chess player. Man, Niemann sure is very confident of himself, isn't he? But the lawsuit adds, unbeknownst to Niemann at the time, defendants would do whatever it took to ensure that this would never happen. So, that's the story so far. Magnus Carlsen accused Niemann of cheating. Niemann has admitted to cheating on 2 occasions, once when he was 12 and once when he was 16. And Carlsen basically not wanting to play against Niemann would amount to Niemann not being invited to major events because those events, of course, want good turnout and they also want the sponsors that come with such prestige. So yeah, Niemann kind of gets torpedoed in that regard. But for me personally, I choose to remain neutral until the lawsuit plays itself out, because I'm sure there'll be a lot of things that come out within the lawsuit that would confirm or deny previous allegations, and I don't want to get in the middle of that. So I'll wait until the lawsuit resolves to make my own commentary. But this is all the information we have right now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with Carlsen? Do you agree with Niemann? Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you all next time. Take care.